Welcome to the Family Systems Theory presentation by Emily Aguilar and Rachel Blatter. Today we are going to talk about the history, basic assumptions, and primary terms and concepts of family systems theory. This theory has its roots in the 1920s when Ernest Burgess stated that the family is a unity of interacting personalities, which means that the family is a living, growing superpersonality that focuses on interaction. This theory rose to popularity in the 1960s and is used primarily in communication and clinical settings. This is a picture of Ernest Burgess. He said, "There are two basic family types, highly integrated and unintegrated. Highly integrated is based on rituals, discipline, and interdependence of a family. Unintegrated is the lack of rituals, discipline, and interdependence. Roles are important in family systems theory. Usually one member can be identified as the family problem. In Waller's book called The Family Arena of Interacting Personalities, he said that the family is the greatest influence a child can have. A child's personality affects the parents. Families have repeated experiences and patterns of interaction." Moving to basic assumptions, the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. A family is much more than people who just live together. In fact, a family can have a holistic quality because of how interconnected they are. There are rules, roles, communication patterns, and power structures within the families. The entire family, not just the individual, is analyzed when trying to understand an individual. In order to understand one person, we have to understand the family as a whole. We can depict the family by using a cake analogy. All the eggs, flour, sugar, milk, butter, baking soda are the necessary components. Our next slide is a perfect demonstration of this idea.
Flour, 3 cups. Cups. Oh, 1, 2, 3.
What's that for?
Well, it's got to have a hole in the bottom.
That's for the feet to go through. It's pink.
Oh, lovely shade, isn't it?
But I wanted it blue.
Now, dear, we decided pink was our color.
You decided.
This is personally silly. You don't want to look like a friend. Oh, sure.
Two eggs, fold in gently.
Fold? Oh, well. Da-da.
I can't read. Let me have it.
It looks awful. That's because it's on you, dear.
Now yeast, 1 tisp.
Tisp?
1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon, of course. There. Well, what do you think of it? Why, it's a very unusual cake, isn't it? Yes. Of course, it'll be much stiffer after it's baked. Of course.
Then what comes out of the oven is different. It is more than each of its components. One person in a family can determine whether the family cake rises or is flat. Individual and family behavior must be understood in context, meaning we must understand one's behavior in the context of the family as a whole. A family is a goal-seeking system where some people are more motivated than others to reach goals. There are certain goals that are on the top of the list and produce more drive and motivation than short-term goals. A family is self-reflexive and self-regulating, continually influenced by feedback. Families keep a close eye on their goals. Feedback systems show the variations within the family. Positive feedback promotes a change, and negative feedback keeps the family in the state they are already in. Family systems are defined by their communication. Families create their own reality by sending and receiving in the form of body language, tone, and verbal language. There are two levels of messages in communication, the content level and the relationship level. They are how you interpret what you say and how you say it. Metacommunication is communicating about communication, so it is used to resolve misunderstandings in order to relate to each other. The locus of pathology means the location of the problem is not within the individual, but the whole family. Families are connected, and when one moves, it causes the others to move. In the next few slides, we will watch a clip and learn about the primary terms and concepts of family systems theory.
Let's see. Eggnog?
Pizza!
Listen,
Pizza!
will you be leaving,
Pizza!
Grab yourself a napkin and you're going to have to pour your own drinks.
Does Santa Claus have to go through customs? What time do you have to go to bed?
Early. We're leaving the house at 8 a.m. on the button.
I hope you're all drinking milk. I want to get rid of it. Hey, don't you?
Honey, the pizza boy needs $122.50 plus tip.
For pizza?
10 pizzas times $12.
Frank, you've got some money, don't you? Come on.
Traveler's checks.
Forget it, Frank. We have cash.
You probably get the kind of traveler's checks that don't work in France.
Did anyone order me a plain cheese?
Well, yeah, we did. But if you want any, somebody's gonna have to barf it all up. Because it's gone.
Fuller, go easy on the Pepsi.
Get a plate.
Watch it!
Come here.
What is the matter with you?
He started it. He ate my pizza on purpose. He knows I ate sausage and olives and
Look what
onions
you
and-
did, you little jerk.
Kevin, get upstairs right now.
Why?
Kevin, you're such a disease.
Shut up.
Kevin, upstairs.
Say goodnight, Kevin.
Good night, Kevin.
The system. In this clip, we see the family with all their individual personalities, but together they create a super entity. Furthermore, in each system, there are several subsystems, but there are three main subsystems: parental, spousal, and sibling. Family roles. In a family, people play certain roles like the cheap uncle, the mean older brother, or the smart sister. These roles are expectations that each family member is supposed to play to help maintain family function. These roles can consist of many various options, like the perfect child, the troubled child, the nurturer. When someone refuses to play their role, it can create disequilibrium. Hierarchy. This clip shows family hierarchy. The parents are in charge of the children, but in the sibling subsystem, Kevin is near the bottom of the family. All families have a hierarchy, and there can be different subsystems of hierarchical power. Identified patient. Kevin is the identified patient. In this clip, he's perceived to be the cause of the family problems. He's the symptom bearer. In systems theory, the important concept to remember is to pay attention to the whole family, not the individual, and focus on exchanges of all forms of communication. Next, we're going to talk about the double bind. A person is given two commands that contradict each other. No matter the choice, the person makes there is a negative consequence. And I have a little clip to show you that shows what a double bind is.
I'm ignoring you. I said I'm ignoring you. Stop ignoring me, ignoring you!
I think that's a funny clip. We are moving on to equilibrium. A family system seeks to find balance, even if it is through unhealthy forms of communication. Family flexibility. The family's ability to adapt to new or stressful situations. Mutuality. When everyone in a family feels accepted and loved. even with varying opinions. Our last slide is just questions to ponder. We want to ask you, do you see yourself and your family in this theory? What terms or concepts are relevant to your family? How can you use this theory to help your family? Thanks for watching. Have a great day.